All right, it's your favorite tech show on television where we look at issues, trends, developments in the global ICT industry. We also play host to tech innovators, big thinkers, the professionals, and the CEOs who are driving today's tech economy. Our personality of the week is someone who has spent over 2 decades in the Nigerian ICT industry. Tell us about your journey in the ICT industry.
Okay, we are a gentle and modest person. I finished from OAU, Great Obafemi Awolowo University, 1989, served in Champs PLC, and went through the ranks. I headed almost every major department in the organization, and in 26 years, I became, at the time I left to a subsidiary to become the managing director of 2 different subsidiaries. And then I returned to the group, and in 26 years journey, I became the group managing director from 2015 to 2019 before I left.
Wow.
Yeah, so technically I've spent about 35 years effectively in the industry, and 18 of those years in high top management cadre.
Wow. Yeah. Tell us, now you are the Chief Enabling Officer of Konn3ct ecosystem. Yeah. Tell us about the company.
Okay. New Waves Ecosystem Limited was founded in 2019, actually 2 months after I left Champs, and it came about during the rocky period. That was immediately after I left, COVID came and we were all locked up in our homes. But I mean, we took advantage of that, and the first product we thought of, right, that we created was called Konn3ct. And I'll talk about the product later. It's a flagship product. It's innovative. We built it from scratch by myself and my team here in Nigeria by Nigerians. And it's going places now because our footprint is increasing by the day. It's simply put an online meeting, online webinar, online conferencing platform. And they had a lot of features that is specific and peculiar to our own local environment here. It has all the features of almost all other similar platforms. But for us, because we know that data consumption is an issue, so we optimize bandwidth consumption. And we've done benchmarks across the industry. We have the best data consumption. Right. We also know that it is very difficult for Nigerians to get access to foreign exchange to pay in dollars. So we introduce Naira. If you want to pay us in dollar, we also receive, because we have some international clients. We'll talk about that also later during this discussion. We have a comprehensive dashboard because we know that in some of our competing products, you need a license for meeting, a license for webinar, a license for conference. No, our own product, one single license that we have one single plan. When you want to start your meeting, you can configure it that there will be 2-way communication. Everybody can share a camera, everybody can share. That's like a meeting. You cannot turn it to a webinar whereby only the presenters or the moderators can share their camera. Everybody will be locked out. You can only show their camera. Cannot talk, or you might even just lock both camera and audio out. Okay, if you want to make a presentation, we encourage people to upload their material on our own server instead of sharing the bandwidth. When I'm now making the live presentation, only my audio and video will be using the bandwidth. The material will be moving from our server to the audience. Even video, if you want to show video as part of your presentation, instead of downloading from YouTube and then be streaming it while you are making presentation, you just get the link from wherever it is on the virtual drive and put it in our application. So as you are making your presentation, our server will go and pull it from wherever it is and stream it to all the audience. Those are some of the smart ways we've optimized bandwidth significantly. We record everything, so both your audio, video, presentation, even chats, you will find it in your recording. We also know that in Nigeria, a lot of people don't even have email address or they don't use it. Check your contact address now, you realize that most people that we have tested, right? 60% of people in your contact don't have email address anymore. So we integrated with WhatsApp. You could send meeting invite through WhatsApp. And we also know that because of user friendliness of the platform that we have built, if you ever send meeting invite out to anybody or to a group of people, anytime you want to address the same audience, that invite is stored in your profile. You can just take it, change the name of the meeting or the time and date, and send it to the same set of people. So it's very, very user friendly. We also made this so easy, all right? Because when you're having a meeting in our room, you can brand the platform. It looks like yours. You can take away the logo of Konn3ct and replace it with the logo of techtvng. So when I'm having a meeting with you, it's not going to be a meeting on Zoom or a meeting on Konn3ct, but it's going to be like a meeting room of techtvng. Even the invitation link, the invite link you are sending can be branded in your name. And one thing we've also done with the branding, because we know that people are very sensitive to their brands, what we have done is once you register techtvng room, nobody can do it again. It's like a domain name. It's peculiar and unique to you, and you keep it for life. So people can quickly jump onto the platform, register their brand to protect it from other people from registering it. Of course, if I register techtvng today, we don't have the power unless we go and negotiate with the guy. So those are some of the good features. We were compliant with GDPR, NDPR. We're multilingual, so we are going to DRC very soon, and we don't have to do anything to the application except for IP detection. So anybody that accesses our server from DRC is going to see French instead of English. That you are seeing it from here. A lot more features, and we're still adding more every day. If you are a secretary and you are taking minutes on other platforms, you find people writing, I see Pedro, I say that anybody that joins, the system keeps attendance. So after the meeting, when you go to your dashboard, you will see everybody that attends. We also have pre-seminar module, so you can use it to get people to register. You can send messages to them before and even after, you know. We also have these fantastic features, and you know that every time you attend conference, can we have access to the material? We will send it to you. That thing is never sent. It's never sent. So when you are making presentation on Konn3ct, depending on how you set it, if you allow users to download, so anybody that is interested in your material, if you allow it, can just click on a button and download the material that you are just presenting now. So it makes communication effective. We call it extended collaboration tool. And there's a new version we're working on now. It will be out before the end of Q3. And that one is actually a chat buster because we are integrating P2P. So we know that we do meetings occasionally, but we talk regularly. So we are adding a voice over IP, so we can actually pick, connect up, and make a call to Don Pedro over voice over IP. No cost, it's just data. Okay, and also chat. You can chat outside the meeting. Wow. So those are the great things we're doing, and these are called by government for local content and for protection of this foreign exchange that we're spending for imported software.
I was going to come and going to ask how government can cue into this, because we have various state governors talking about the government, especially after the advent of COVID. And sometimes you have a lot of government now having meetings hybrid, and there are states now that are saying that workers can resume just 2-3 times in a week. So how do you think this can also help to galvanize some of these activities?
Okay. I wonder why Nigeria government wants to save and conserve foreign exchange. We are still spending money when we have an alternative that is built here, hosted here by Nigerians. If we want a feature today, and we can think together what the feature will do to the platform. We have the source code, we have the intellectual property, the copyright to it. So we can add any feature, and we have been doing it based on users' requirements from time to time. Now we are getting close to what happened during COVID. I'm sure in the next 30-60 days, you either will double your staff salary or reduce the amount of time they spend traveling. Now, companies are not making more money. So a smart organization should by now be looking at e-way of meeting, e-way of conversing or relating with their staff, relating with their customers. And somehow it's becoming acceptable. Many churches now stream their services. I didn't tell you that our own is not just the meeting. You can stream to both YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. So if you really want to touch the world, or you want to host 1 million people in your meeting, you put some people in the meeting room and stream to YouTube. 1 million people can access it and watch it live, and it's also stored there for you, apart from the recording that we have maintained for you. So I'm thinking government of Nigeria should adopt a platform like ours, all right? Just encourage us with little things and allow all Nigerians to use it for free, perpetually or for a year. 1 year, just give us a little money that will cover our cost, because we expect it's going to be a blast in the bandwidth, in our server consumption, in our operations. That's all we need. After that, allow all Nigerians to use it for free. That's the kind of encouragement we needed.
How secure is this? Because government would be interested in that. 2, is this a wholly Nigerian company?
Okay, the software, source code, everything, 100% is by Nigerians, owned by New Waves Ecosystem Limited. We have the patent and the copyright certificate to the intellectual property, so it's ours. Okay, now we hosted it in US on AWS for now, but we've signed an agreement with Galaxy Backbone. We are moving it to Galaxy Backbone site because a system like this requires 99.99% availability and reliability. The reason is I cannot predict when people will have their meetings. While some people have meetings in the day, sometimes the dead of the night, some people have their meeting. So the server must be available all the time, every time. Now, we moved to AWS because of the cost management. In other words, if nobody is using our servers, only 2 servers will be working. If many people jump on at the same time, the server will scale up. 1 server will come up. When they close their meetings, those servers will shut down and we only have 2. That's the only reason why we are hosting it there for now. But with the agreement with Galaxy Backbone, we've moved our server there. Once Galaxy Backbone is ready to go live, then we'll be here local 100%. We're also talking to some other hosting company that we believe can offer such a reliable service to also be a backup to Galaxy, or Galaxy Backbone being a backup to them. Once that is settled, we are Nigerians, we are here. Everybody that worked on this, only 1 Indian worked at the beginning, and once we finish the core development, it's gone. We are the 100% managing the product between then and now.
So this is proudly Nigeria.
Actually, we call it Made in Nigeria for the World, because we had in February this year we launched it in India markets, and it's been growing. Just as you enter here, I got an alert that the 58th person, we have well over 2,500 users in India free, but the 50th person paid today. So we're comfortable. It's an international standard technology, well secure, well reliable, and we've been doing integration. So the educational institution require integration because they don't want to be leaving their own e-learning system, come to connect to open live meeting. We've integrated. In India, there is they call it proctor application, right? They do like JAM for some university, like what we call post-UTME. Now, how do you ensure that people take these exams in their houses, right, and without anybody being there? So they have their software. What we have done, we've integrated with their proctor software, and once they load the exam, all right, Connect will also load at the background. It's going to be looking at the person, it's going to be taking the audio and the video. So there are, the way they group it, once you open a room, it will be looking at 25 candidates. And there will be one person that will be watching his own screen and see all the 25 there. So if you can see another face, right, or you can hear audio that this man is talking, or they can see that this man is looking at cheating, you can suspend the candidate. You will not see Connect in that application, but Connect is used for that intelligence work. That is the kind of innovation and integration that you can do or bring it to Nigerian experience here. In other words, whether we like it or not, if we want to conduct JAMB or today, it may be very, very expensive to ask all students to go to center the way they have been going because of cost of transportation. Okay, why can't JAMB, they conduct the exams online? Ask them to do it in their houses, right? It's hidden. You will not say connect, but immediately you open up the exam, you will see that your camera will come on. If you don't have a camera or your camera does not, the exam will not start. It also activates your audio, and there are supervisors that watches, so he arranges them 25 per person. So while the exam is going on, we'll be looking. If there's any audio from you, and they can hear that you are talking, or somebody is talking to you, if they can see you look around, suspiciously, or you are reading something, or there's a second person view, the supervisor will come on your exam. It's successful, they're using it. Okay, that's the kind of innovation that we are here, we're ready. Anybody, we've been brainstorming with people every day on how we can integrate Connect with their system. The last one we got was for a church who wants to use it for streaming, and that people want to pay donation, whatever, can, while you're having the meeting, just click on the payment engine and pay. We've finished with that application. We're going to launch it for the church very soon. So that kind of innovation, look, if the government wants to promote national ID, for example, we're saying just enable us to let all Nigerians use this thing for free. The government wants to use this to promote the national ID. Let us integrate it. If you don't have the national ID, you pay. If you have, you use it for free. That means, yes, we are solving palliative. You can solving the problem. You can also use it to encourage strategy for good of government in the soft way. So we're here. We have been doing this job now for this the fourth year that we have started this application, and we went through the ranks. The version 1 we released was very scrappy, and we thank all Nigerians that supported us, that used it. Okay, but we've learned with version 1, version 1.2, version 1.4, and now version 2.3. We are going to version 3 very soon. It requires a lot of innovation. Our hands is on development every time. We strategize with every group, every day, every time, and we are here. Trust me, we are Nigerians who are ready to work.
This is likely going to be a replacement to some of these foreign solutions that Nigerians have been using.
Likely, it will replace them. As I said, we have all those features. We also have features that are specifically good or enabled or powered Nigeria. Maybe that's why they use it in India too, because they have problem with bandwidth in some area. Just listen, have a meeting on Connect, have a meeting on all other. You find a naturalness of the voice. Right? Yes. We have not seen any voice that looks so natural, right, than the one we have configured in the industry today. Okay? You pay one plan, you can have 2 meetings concurrently, and all the recordings come together.
Wow.
Okay, you can invite people on WhatsApp, you can watch video without you downloading it. So the possibility of what we can do, right, the impact we can make on the economy is great, and advantageous for citizens, advantageous for business, even for government, right? Is to have the right way for government to encourage us to thrive. Wow. And you need this home support for you to compete in international markets, right?
What level of support are you getting from the NDAs?
None. We tried. We've made representation proposal to even the intelligence community that can you be having strategy meeting on whether it's foreign software. When we can install, if you don't even want to share in the public one, install Connect servers, suite of servers for the intelligence community for their own secure and security meeting. We've made that presentation many times. We've spoken to almost every MBAs, but we have been having little subscriptions there and there, not mass endorsement. I think this is the right time for government to rethink the local content encouragement. Okay, we're ready, we're here now, and we're still ready to do more in order to make it work for Nigerians.
Just before we wrap up this interview, there must be something at the back of your mind when you thought of this innovation. What was it?
Okay, Like many innovation was accidental. It was during COVID, we were all locked. I have the most head of development is in Bomosho, locked up there. 2 people in Abeokuta. The guy that handles testing and whatever is in Ishashi. Ishashi is one village between Lagos and Abeokuta. We're just there all over our base in Lekki. But we meet every time. And every time we complain about the cost of data, because you have to provide generator for all the staff in the houses. You have to also provide data, right? And developers, the way they consume data is what can we do? What can we do? Was then this idea of why can't we do something better than Teams and Zoom? No, it was we were using Skype, we were using Zoom. Why can't we do something better than this? That was how we started. And we had this little application that we put together that we're just using, And then we invited a friend of mine in India to say, join the meeting. So he joined and we had a successful meeting. And then they called me after the meeting to say, which platform was that? Oh, it was just something we were playing with. And I said, no. He offered me equivalent of 19 million naira in Indian money. When I finished the discussion, so I called my team again that we have a jewel that we have been playing with, that we don't know how valuable it was. And that was why we started thinking about it as a product. And between then and now, what we have is way, because every day, every month, every year, we had something significant. I just told you about this strategy roadmap, right? What we're going to do next, because in this industry, you have to keep on innovating, and not just in response to what consumer wants, you also have to forecast what they're going to need tomorrow, and we have to start planning it now. Now, this version is stable, is reliable, is working. People are using it, they're paying, but guys are not sleeping because we're also thinking of the next. So R&D is a daily thing. We need this Nigerian to trust us, to use us, and we're listening. Somebody said if something is not working well, we fix it.
True.
That's our honest approach to the market.
What would you say to this administration?
Where we are today, we have to make indigenous solution work. We're ready to not just save Nigeria foreign exchange. By the time they launch the prometric exam, right, we're going to have over 10 to about 10 million people from that contract alone. We can do it. Yeah, JAM need not build all those centers. They can ask people to go to their homes. And prometric server can be sure that they are not cheating. Because once the camera looks at you, verify the face. Number one. Number two, there are examiners that will also be watching you, right? That watches and see that this guy is not talking, this guy is not looking by the side, this guy is not looking at a book, he's not looking at his ties, right? And if there is no face, the exam will not open. So all these, there are innovation that we can add to the simple system to make it work.
How can Nigerians reach you? And everybody that is going to be watching this across the world, how can they reach you?
Okay, so the product is Konn3ct, is Konn3ct.com. And you wonder why 3? Because the thing that we build the system for is for meeting, webinar, and conferences. And learning, webinar, and conferences. So those are the 3. Instead of using E, we use 3. It's Konn3ct.com/register. You can register there. /payment, you can pay for services there. And we have video on how to use it, is there. We have a mobile app for people who prefer to do meetings or whatever you want to do on mobile. We have the web for people who want to use it on a tablet or on a PC. We just info@konn3ct.com, info@newwavesecosystem.com. You can reach us.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Pedro.
Wow, that was Mr. Femi Williams, Chief Enabling Officer of New Waves Ecosystem. They are the solutions provider of this innovative product called Konn3ct. Now, this is a product that is so exciting and is recommended from this platform to the private sector, state and federal government agencies should be proud of this innovation never before seen in the history of our country. The foreigners are embracing it. We've got to embrace it if we talk about local content. All right. For comments and observation, you can reach them right now on the numbers and email now showing on your screen. The numbers and email is currently scrolling on your screen. You can get in touch with them and be proud of these great solutions from a Nigerian. I'm Don Pedro Agambi on behalf of the entire production crew. Thanks for watching. Same time, same station. I'll be back next time. I'll see you.